a business license application has to be justified with a legal letter from the city. We approached the city attorney about this letter of denial and were led on for 3.5 weeks. Only after the July 21st City Council meeting, which enacted the 45-day moratorium, were we furnished a letter with the moratorium itself as the justification for the denial. The moratorium is almost over, and at the September 1st Council meeting, a 10-month extension will be discussed. We are here to explain the legalities of medical marijuana and provide sourced and credible facts to further educate the public on the importance and urgency of this issue. We're here to represent the pro-medical marijuana side. Let me just tell you a little bit about the procedures you'll go through. In order to qualify for a doctor's recommendation, you must have a condition or disease that can be treated with cannabis. If the doctor believes you may benefit from cannabis, he or she will write a recommendation, which will be embossed with the doctor's seal, and you will be furnished an ID card for your convenience. Only board-certified medical doctors can issue legal recommendations. Once you're a medical marijuana patient, you may legally carry up to 8 ounces of dried medicine and grow 18 plants, 12 immature and 6 mature. The patient may also elect to join a cooperative. Joining a cooperative entails furnishing your original doctor's recommendation and a state ID. The cooperative then contacts the doctor's office to confirm the validity of the recommendation. Once confirmed, copies of both the recommendation and the ID are kept for our records. The patient then signs a membership agreement, which says they will abide by the Attorney General guidelines, Senate Bill 420, Proposition 215, and all the relevant legislature. In addition, they will agree to medicate in a private, safe setting outside of the cooperative. They also agree not to medicate while driving or resell their medication. Once the patient has been verified and has signed the membership agreement, they will be able to go into the cooperative and obtain medication. They will be seen on an individual basis to ensure privacy and discretion. Staff will be able to help patients find the most effective cannabis for their symptoms. All staff will be patients as well and able to speak with experience. Once they've selected their medicine, it will be put in a sealed prescription bottle and stapled inside a plain bag. Certain patients will exercise their right to grow. If their harvest exceeds their personal medicinal needs, they may provide the excess to the cooperative. Patient growers will be compensated by the cooperative according to their efforts. Certain patients within the cooperative may already have caregivers or be caregivers themselves. What this implies is a notarized agreement between the patient and caregiver, establishing the caregiver's right to grow the patient's allotment of cannabis, as well as ensure the care of their patient. In order to fully abide by the State Attorney General guidelines, all cooperatives must be incorporated as non-profit entities. This implies that all financial records will be available to the general public. We are subject to all normal taxation in addition to a sales tax, which is unique for a nonprofit. Some cities have used zoning as a loophole to effectively ban cooperatives. Our question is, with no consumption on site and strict rules concerning access and security, what special considerations should even be made in regards to zoning? Considering the city has no issues with daycares near bars, if you go over to the Canyon Club on L and near the 805, there's a daycare right across the street from a bar, or adult businesses near elementary schools. Over there on 3rd between Naples and Oxford, we have an F Street adult video store, less than a block away from Lauterbach Elementary School. It's hard to see what zoning restrictions they would actually put on us. It doesn't seem like the city has many. Effectively, we see ourselves operating as a pharmacy. People become medical marijuana patients to help treat a number of symptoms, including AIDS and post-chemotherapy cancer pains, the effects of multiple sclerosis, swelling that occurs during glaucoma, depression, chronic body pains, arthritis, anxiety, migraine headaches, insomnia, anorexia, and post-traumatic stress disorder, amongst others. In 1997, the Office of the National Drug Control Policy commissioned the Institute of Medicine to conduct a comprehensive study of the medical efficacy of cannabis therapeutics. The Institute of Medicine concluded that cannabis is a safe and effective medicine, patients should have access, and the government should expand avenues for research and drug development. This was a group that was commissioned by a government body. The federal government chose to ignore the findings. Something worth noting, in addition to the efficacy of the medicine, is that the side effects of medical cannabis are limited to temporary visual and motor distortion, which only appears in certain people, usually when they are new to the cannabis ingestion. It is impossible to overdose on cannabis. There are 0 deaths directly related to cannabis in medical history. The same cannot be said about many pharmaceutical alternatives, including medicine available over the counter, which can cause extreme illness and even death. Furthermore, cannabis, unlike many pharmaceuticals, has no physiological addictive properties and almost 0 withdrawal symptoms, even after heavy or long-term use. It is easy to see why people are pursuing cannabis as a safe, effective alternative to pharmaceuticals. In Chula Vista, people have exercised their right to become medical marijuana patients. They are legally allowed to possess and grow cannabis in their homes. Patients who are unable to grow are forced to travel or obtain their medicine locally but illegally through an unregulated, untaxed black market supplier who may be reselling product from the Mexican cartels. What we are offering is safe, local, legal access. A cooperative is nothing more than a collaborative effort to ensure that patients have access to quality medicine grown locally by fellow patients. Cooperatives offer privacy, discretion, and security. We will have a security system to help divert potential crime, plus we are located 2 blocks from the police station. We pay all relevant taxes, and in addition, all excess funds from the cooperative go towards lowering prices for patients or get donated to charity. I'd also like to mention that in order to qualify for a recommendation, you do have to be 18 years of age.